Baruch Spinoza remains a singular figure in the Western philosophical canon, provoking both reverence and controversy for his daring metaphysical vision and uncompromising commitment to intellectual clarity. To apprehend Spinoza's radicalism, one must approach with a willingness to relinquish conventional theological paradigms. The familiar portrait of a personal, providential God, distinct from and sovereign over creation. Spinoza, in a remarkable inversion, identifies God with the infinite, self-subsisting substance, what he denotes as Deus sive natura, or God or nature. In this monist framework, all entities, events, and consciousnesses are but modes or manifestations of the singular substance. The demarcation between creator and creation is thereby dissolved, leading to the ontological unity of all existence. The world is not a contingent congeries of independent beings, but rather an immanent, determinate totality. We are akin to particular waves in the boundless ocean, formed and subsumed by the water's continuity. Such a reconfiguration of the divine undercuts the dualities of traditional metaphysics and transforms the very notion of natural law. For Spinoza, the laws of nature are coterminous with the laws of God. Every phenomenon, from the orbit of planets to the passions of individuals, unfolds with geometric necessity, akin to the logical properties of a triangle whose angles must equal two right angles. This is the rigorous determinism at the heart of the ethics. Free will, in the common sense, is a fiction born of our partial knowledge. The analogy of the conscious stone imaginatively ascribing its descent to volition reveals our predicament. Human beings, conscious of their desires but ignorant of causal chains, mistakenly infer autonomy within a universe ordered by necessity stretching to infinity. Consider the mundane yet illustrative scenario of a traffic jam or a delayed flight. The typical reaction, frustration, exasperation, a feeling of cosmic affront, exposes our enslavement to inadequate ideas, our fragmented comprehension of causality. From the Spinozist perspective, these setbacks are not violations of order, but expressions of necessity, the concatenation of meteorological, mechanical, logistical events determined by the nature of things. Anger dissipates when the mind understands that a delay is as necessary as 2 + 2 = 4. As we do not rage against the triangle for its properties, we attain tranquility by embracing the logic of events, seeing them sub specie aeternitatis, from the perspective of eternity. Ethics, then, is not a matter of compliance to divine commands or the pursuit of external rewards, but the intellectual ascent from bondage to freedom. Bondage is the state of subjection to passive emotions, fear, anger, hope, products of incomplete understanding. Suffering arises not from the event itself, but from misapprehending its place in the necessitated order. Suppose a friend betrays you. Instinct imputes malice, choosing freely to injure. Spinoza counsels instead to perceive this act, given psychological history and circumstance, as inevitable. This does not entail passive acceptance of harm, as one may rationally withdraw from a dangerous relationship, but it does dissolve hatred, relieving us from the false attribution of contingency. The path to liberation is intellectual, active effects grounded in adequate ideas. Through reason, we discern the causes behind appearances, shifting our perspective from the egocentric to the eternal. In this transformation, events lose their sting. Understanding breeds equanimity. The journey finds its culmination in the intellectual love of God, a love not for a personified deity, but for the eternal necessity and unity of nature itself. This highest activity brings the peace that Spinoza lived and articulated so powerfully. Spinoza introduces the concept of conatus, an inherent striving in every being to persist and enhance its power. The emotions of joy and sadness mark the waxing and waning of our conatus, and good and evil are what augment or hinder this power. Ethics thus becomes a rational alignment of our striving with the logic of nature, a pursuit of knowledge and health. Intellectual nourishment and bodily well-being are not mandated by duty, but sought from the rational acknowledgement of what sustains our being.